Good evening, everyone. I just put the air on. I'm hot. Huh, freaking hot, boys and girls. But I have no idea how I could even begin this video. But I did sit down here to try to do a little bit of tidying up on this table because I'm waiting for my package and I may have to use it. It's not here yet. Gee whiskers. They said I don't think the package is coming. I don't think the package is coming, but I felt a certain type of way, and I didn't want to do the video, but I think I need to do the video because part of my easing of my stress is when I do my videos. My videos have been therapy for me. But the reason why I'm doing my video now is because I've been fighting my tears for a couple hours now, and they're right on the gist of coming down. So hopefully, if I can have it, if I can get it out. But right now, I'm trying to check my package. My package is gonna go in a locker with a key. Boys and girls, can you imagine having one day if your package? Oh, it's delivered already. Oh, I thought it's delivered already. Oh boy. Oh, it's on the ground. Ah! Ah! Well, um, I don't know. Oh! Ah! Ah! It looks like it's on the ground. It's in a blasted locker. Dang. I wonder when they're gonna give me the code. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. There's some type of code, and you know why I don't have the code, boys and girls? You may not believe me. Okay, security code, call box number, name, key. Oh man, I need to. Well, maybe. Okay, maybe that would do it. It says update the instructions, so maybe that's it. I don't know. But it's definitely in the box. So it's a weekday, so I get it tomorrow. But it's safe. That's the bottom line. Boys and girls, again, I'm not as sad as I was before I went downstairs. But I have to say, I have, I don't know. I really don't know. I am so tired of reading so many sad stories. But I'm going to try to focus on myself. I have basically been in that building for like 16 years. So there was a lot of times people didn't see me. There was a lot of times, I was just there. And now that I'm here, one of the beautiful things is that I am not a hop, a skip, and a jump away unless you have a vehicle. So there goes that. And then on top of that, it has allowed me to see where I was available, where I wasn't, I would say, cared for, and able, I was able to see. And when I say that, I mean not online, offline. It has put me in a position to where I am now able to see where my availability might have been taken advantage of because my availability is no longer accessible from where I am now. And then it put me in a situation to where I might have been upset about it, but now it makes me see more or less how I have lived in a bubble. I have lived without a lot of experiences. and I have lived without the basic concept of unconditional love. So a lot of what I had offline, I have to repeat again because a lot of people get confused, was transactional. Was transactional. And I am not a transactional person. So now I get moments of laying down where the TV is off, there's no nothing going on, and that is what I was looking for, but I couldn't find. So I have it now. It's like 8:30, and basically everyone is basically in the bed for the night. So except for the man that's outside by the elevator, something's wrong. Um, but you understand what I mean. So now it's like my phone will ring, and slow and steady, they need something, and it's uh, it's either I have it and I have to bring it down there, or I have it, but the cost of me getting there, it's not even on the table. It's just um, I know where I can get it from. So now I'm in a position where I'm feeling a whole lot better about some things that bothered me before, because just like today, maybe three situations might have happened and I act like I didn't hear them, because guess what? I didn't. So it makes me feel as if I have more control now over saying no, or the case may be. I've been in here. I tried to call a friend of mine today because I need to figure out where to put this chair at and stuff like that. And she already been here a few times and she feel like she owned the place. So I'm trying to get her little opinion, but I haven't been able to get her. So hopefully she's resting. But I had two visits here. My daughter does not count as a visit, just so you know. So I don't think my daughter's in there. I had two visits from my friends back there, and I feel so good because I can limit who I want here based on the fact that I feel that they have my best interests at heart. I don't want someone here that was not kicking in that door there to get in. So you want me to know? No, I actually don't. If you weren't going in that unit, I don't need you in this one. I really don't. I don't know how to say it, but it is what it is. Okay, let me put this back where I had it, because I have my things that's gonna go inside of here. So this has to go over here, but I'm gonna put it right here because I'm gonna work on this table instead of that table in a couple of days. I can't do what I was gonna do, so I might as well move my hands while I'm sitting here. Oh my goodness, boys and girls, I just love this card that I made with the Easter Bunny. It took me forever to get this card right, but I did finally get it. So what I'm doing is stacking my cards there. But one of the things that makes me sad is that times have really changed, boys and girls. Times have really changed. I kid you not. But one of the things that I have noticed is that a lot of people who thought it would be maybe that person that was going to suffer, it ended up being the person that they didn't think it was going to be to suffer. And that's what I noticed a lot of now. But I don't think that everyone who is suffering is expressing it, and that's possibly a good thing. Possibly a good thing. I kid you not. I'm not sure if I like this greeting card, but I love this greeting card. I kid you not. I may throw it in the trash. I don't really have anywhere to just drop it and let somebody take it. But I kid you not. It's a really good, really well made card. But I'm not shipping that card. So, but I don't know if I like it. I tried my flowers, cutting out my flowers, and I did this, and it says my friend. I don't know if I like the card, but I'm holding on to stuff, and I need to start getting it out. I don't want to hold on to anything anymore. That's it. But I'm writing my little notes. Got my little notes, so I'm going to put them here because I want to keep that there. And then I have my little budget sheets. So I'm budgeting, and I have all my little expenditures there. So I'm gonna keep that there. But let's get that off my phone. And then I have my journals here on my table. So I'm knocking that out. I need to search for that item. That's gonna go in the garbage. But when I tell you, boys and girls, today it is hard right now, and I worry about some people. Like I reached out to Beverly today. I don't believe she's gonna answer because she's not my friend anymore, and that doesn't mean I'm not hers. But she's not mine. She made it clear. She said, but she did forgive me. But that doesn't matter. I feel bad. Um, I feel so bad about that. But I was so unwell at the time, and I was feeling so bad. I was feeling like everybody was coming to get me. I still feel that way on YouTube. You know why? Because you don't know who a person is behind the camera. Somebody can be an investigator, a lawyer, a judge, anything. You don't know. And then after I had the handcuffs on me, and still don't know why. I am not. I kid you not. I don't want anyone around me, to be honest. Even if it could be someone that I would trust, I would 9 times out of 10 don't trust them, because how do you handcuff someone and let them walk out of the police department after telling them they had some warrants? So I don't know. I feel like my whole everything is just jumbled up and discombobulated, but it is what it is. I have to just figure it out. But the good thing is I'm cleaning off this blasted table just a little bit. Then I realized today I'm having so many issues with this freaking thing, and I realized why. Because my daggone mouse, you know the little square that you put your mouse on and you do like that? That is gone. So I'm like, oh my goodness, and I'm trying, and obviously I'm cold. Woo! Woo! Dang, man. I can't turn it off right now because I'm sipping on this broth. But I'm trying to do that. And then I realized that my stamp with my address is no good. So I wish there was a way that I could keep this stamp. But you know what I said? I might just keep it and just stamp everything. And, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Mm. Woo! That stuff is good. Oh! Lord have mercy. That is good. So it's a hard time. It's a hard time, boys and girls. There is a lot to be fearful for, but the good thing is, has anyone noticed that some of the prices have gone down in the supermarkets? Well, they are, and it turns out that some of the stores are lowering prices now because a lot of EBT has been cut. So that's good. Are Americans getting? I'm not even trying to read that. So it is what it is. I am so thankful that I started stocking baking soda and vinegar, because I am now looking for a place to buy me some spray bottles so I can get my hand cleaner, my sanitizing and things in my home, and I can get out of having to run to the store and pick up this, and this. Now I do have an abundance here. Now I won't really say an abundance, but it'll hold me down for a while. I want to get some type of recipe going, especially when it comes to that laundry room, because I don't want to use the public machine knowing that people are using fabric softener in that machine. So I really don't want to, because I don't want fabric softener in my laundry. And I try to go in the morning time, and hopefully that they clean the machine, overnight or whatever the case may be. But I did the math already. If I put $20 on my card every month and just use what I can, and then possibly save some, I can take the $250 that it's gonna be for the year, and bring it down a little bit. But I don't want fabric softener in my laundry, and my mind is not gonna rest thinking that, because my clothes are not in there with someone else's, that there's no fabric softener. When my laundry detergent goes down in that contraption after someone else's, and it washes down with the water, whatever was in there, the residual goes into the next load. So I did use a firm to order my washing machine, but because it didn't come with a hookup, I ended up canceling it. It still looks like it went through. I do know I canceled it because after I canceled it, I confirmed that they said it was canceled. But if they go ahead and send it through, I'm just going to leave it right here, knock off as much of it as I can as soon as I can, and then find a person that can install it, because you can't put it in unless someone else professionally installs it. And then I will be able to feel a little better having my own machine. And to help me with that, today I purchased a Amazon card. Yesterday I purchased an Amazon card. I said now it will just sit here. It will be towards possibly my washing machine. If I end up with my washing machine through another method and I don't need it, I will let it sit here just in case I possibly need something later on down the line. Or if I put it in a kindness envelope, I'll put it in a kindness envelope. But I purchased my first Amazon card yesterday, and I am going to get another Amazon card, just in case of anything. I want to be able to cushion my fall. You never know what you may need, and you don't have anything. So if you have a gift card that will not expire, and I looked into it, Amazon cards do not expire, then that's the one that you need to have. But let me tell y'all something. I don't know anything, so I'm gonna let you know now. You can't ask me no questions. I don't know nothing. Okay, I have something on my computer now. Where is it? How do you get to it? Freak. I have $3 and change in this toolbar, I guess you can call it. I don't know what toolbar it is now because I can't remember how to find it. But I looked up on it looking for something, and I have a balance of $3 and change. But let me see if I can go to let me see if I can do this. No, it's not there. It was there. It was there yesterday. I was on it yesterday. So let me go to MSN, see if it's there. No, it's not MSN. I could have sworn. I don't know how to find it now. My balance, it said cash out. Redeem is what it said. I don't know how I'm earning it. That's all I can tell you. So one of these things, and when I purchased this computer, which is the HP computer, whatever that earning thing, it came on the computer. It's on the computer. So I think I need me a hat. I'm not sleeping with this air on. You best believe I'm not sleeping with this air on. No way in the world. Boys, you need a coat in here. Oh, this is my best, boys and girls. Boom, boom, boom. This is my best. I love this cup because even without the top, you can actually enjoy a warm beverage. But okay, let's get 5, 6. Now let me show you. I don't know what this. Oh, these are glasses. I found. I don't know what that smell is. It smells like It's not dirty. It's not dirty. It's like one of them old rich people scents. But it's in this. It's in that. That's what it is. It's one of them old scents that you would find. It's not this. But let me tell you something. When I found all of those bins on a corner, just right by the street, this was in it. But I wanted to see something because if I'm not mistaken, when I had put these on before, oh gee whizzes, boy and girls. Oh, this is pristine, boys and girls. Let me get that case out of the trash, boys and girls. Lord have mercy. Let me get the spray out of this bathroom. Woo! Lord have mercy. It was as if. Oh, that's much better. I'm keeping these. Boy, these things are magnificent. And I'm gonna make an appointment with my eye doctor. Yes, I am. But the only thing is, I'm looking out of the bottom. I don't know how to get it close, like closer to my nose. But I kid you not. Boom! Freezing! Whoa! I can see real nice out of this. It's time to get to the eye doctor. Definitely time to get to the eye doctor. Cause this right here, I have been having issues because I kid you not, boys and girls. I don't know how. I wish I could say it, but sometimes you just got to be quiet about certain things. But it is a sad shame when you can be prescribed a medicine that will cause you blurred vision, cause you to lose teeth out of your mouth, cause you to have other um, things in your body that will cause you to need to pee all the time. And it is horrible what the medical industry has become. I kid you not, but I'm gonna do everything in my power not to put that on my channel. But I'm gonna tell you, if you don't try your best to get off of prescriptions, by the time you reach your senior citizen and they give you um, that copay and all that other stuff, you're gonna be sorry. You get me? Now let me tell you something. The little bit I can say, because I don't know too much. I knew people who had a spend down, and I never had a spend down. So that tells you that it's not me I'm speaking of. I knew people that had a spend down, but their spend down was a whole lot of money. And that chunk of money, they had no choice but to spend because they needed to go to the doctor. And I didn't know how the spend down worked. I just knew it was a lump sum of money. Now, one lady I knew, her spend down was over 300, but I knew another one, her spend down was over 400, and both of them were struggling. But one thing I already was able to figure out. Now, I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, correct me, and I will stand corrected. I told both of them the only way you can go 30 days without paying your spend down once, even just once a year, you have to be able to go without that prescription. That's it. So I don't care what it is, especially diabetes. Figure it out. Figure it out. Because guess what? There's almost a chance to figure out how to get away with a lot of these prescriptions that people are on. And it is horrible. And one of the things that makes me the saddest is that someone within this last week asked their doctor, why did you prescribe me pain medicine if you knew what it had a chance of doing to me? And those are the tough questions that people ask that they're not going to get answers to. And the reason why, and it all boils down to the doctor's paycheck. That's it. I kid you not, but I have two of the best providers, and they are where I just left from, and I don't want to lose them. I don't want to lose them. And no, I have to say three because my primary care doctor is awesome. Awesome. I kid you not. You're not going to sit in his chair and he Jimmy Jackass you. He's not doing that. If it's not for you, it's not for you. And his paycheck is not going to determine him throwing something at you that, no. Mm-mm. The last thing that man will do is offer me a pain medicine. And I'm so thankful that he understands the assignment when he sees me. I'm not there. I would hate for anything to happen to me that need me even on Tylenol after knowing what Tylenol will do to you. But I kid you not, it's a hard lesson to learn when you take a prescription and it makes your life worse because of the side effects. It is horrible. I was telling someone a few days ago, one of the reasons why I'm kind of sad is because I have to go back on a medicine. I see I need it. But the side effects, the one that I can't manage the most is the hot flashes. And I've been away, like, dipping and dabbing, when I need it for this, that, and the other. Nobody can live with hot flashes that you already have for being fibromyalgia, and then for being in menopausal, and then on top of that medication. It is a it is a process that will take you to a point in your life where you don't want to be. And I don't know how to explain that to a person that would legit understand where I'm coming from, but I've been crying because I have to go back on the medicine. But there's nothing else at this point that I can go on that hasn't been tested on me already. And I'm finally getting my relief, and I actually see that I need to start. So I said a couple of days ago I was going to take one, just to introduce it back little by little. But when I see the dark side, like if I feel like doing a chop, I'll take it and do what I have to do. But I don't want to be on anything that will make my life worse. And there's nothing in this world worse than losing 13 of your natural teeth through a medicine that's supposed to help you. And it's really sad because some medicine causes side effects that your doctor can sit in front of you, open his eyes, and see, and they won't say anything to you. And then if you want to just not be having conversations that are just a waste of time, you just don't say them. But anytime you have that thing where your eye just continuously jump, that's nerve wracking. And the only time you can get a break from that sometimes is when you sleep. And then the moment you wake up, it's back. I kid you not, it's horrible. It's horrible. And sometimes I sit down and say, I can understand why somebody would take their own life. If you have not actually been to the dark side, you will never understand. But I've been there, so I know. But the last time it wasn't happening. The last time before that it wasn't happening. I was completely ready and willing, so it wasn't happening. And maybe the time before that. Boy, when I took them damn pills, honey, I didn't think I was gonna wake up. I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I just started swallowing, boys, girl. And I woke up. I'm like, wait a minute, what am I doing here? But I kid you not, the dark side came and I said, and you see nothing but black. I kid you not, unless you have been there, you have no idea, but you see nothing but black. You don't see a shade of light. I kid you not. But I'm just gonna figure it out. But I don't want that. I don't. Mm. But there are so many freaking craft events going on, especially up here. Oh! I don't think I'm going to either one. But I do have. Let me make sure it stays right here. Make sure it stays right there. But I don't. I can't do this. The heat. No, I'm not. It's not possible. I don't have anyone that can be out there with me, so it doesn't matter. Mm, mm. Boys and girls, it's about that time. But I am so thankful to have Paramount on my TV. Oh, I wanted Paramount so bad. Oh boy. And it comes with Walmart Plus. It comes with Walmart Plus. I am so thankful. I'm so thankful. I actually have a channel. So I started watching Matlock with the ladies. Oh my goodness! I'm just waiting. I'm waiting. I saw all of season one, but I'm watching season one again. And unfortunately, I'm only on like season one, episode 4. But I am waiting so bad to get to season 2, episode 1. That's what I'm waiting to get to. But I also want to see Outlander, but I can't watch Outlander right now because I can't control myself. When I think his name is Jamie, I'm not sure. I will not be able to say goodbye to Jamie. There's no way. Emotionally, nah, I'm not there yet. So I'm like, I don't even want to read. When I see it scroll up anyway, I just completely wipe it away from my screen because I don't want no one to tell me what happened. But I'm not ready to say goodbye to Jamie. I need him to keep my mind thinking that there's still a chance I get to see him because I kid you not. But I don't know. I feel so bad for so many people. But when I say I feel bad for a lot of them, I don't. I honestly don't. And that's the truth. I won't look someone in the face and say that though. I'm not gonna be playing the sandbox. I'm not throwing salt in nobody's wound. I'm not doing that. There's a lot of people who had some knowledge of this was coming and just played in the sandbox. And I kid you not, I don't give a damn at this point. I don't want anyone trying to keep their feet under my table that wasn't trying to put their feet under my table and feed me in 2025. I kid you not. I really and truly had to get to the point where I saw a few people trying to come after me and, trying to reach out and stuff like that. And I had to put the brakes. I had to put the brakes. I said, I'm not even going to play the sandbox. I'm not going to ask what the problem is. I'm not asking nothing. I recently, one of my dearest friends, I had to part ways from her. And this part is going to stay a part. And partially because I had to try to talk myself out of letting her know something that I found out that she did, that I found to be a deal breaker. But I was talked out of it. I tried to work it out in therapy. But then recently, she ended up in her car because the man between the two that was there, they both found out about each other and left her on the side of the road, basically. And I sent her money to get into a motel. I didn't care what the issue was at the time, and I didn't realize what it was at the time. And then when I figured out what it was through little bits of this and that, and then her car had no plates and everything else, and one of them dropped her, like a bad. They both dropped her like a bad habit. But after one came back, and then she was like, "Oh my God, girl, it was in the bed. It felt so good," and I'm like, "Oh." Wow. So I just sat there on the phone and I'm like, oh, I didn't say anything. I just held the phone. I was listening. I was very, good about that. And I wasn't throwing no sand in the sandbox. I wasn't throwing no wounds, no salt, none of that. I put the phone, I said, that sounds really good. And I put the phone down and I just put the little block on there. I have since gotten a call, maybe two, and it doesn't matter. I will never answer the phone for that call. Never in life will I answer that call. And the blessing is, hopefully, although the address is known, maybe they won't venture off here because it will be a long ride, couple hours ride for somewhere that you're not walking in the threshold. No, it's not coming here. I'm not doing that. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. But I said to myself, wow. And then I was so thankful to be in here. It started raining for a few days, and I didn't realize it was raining until I heard it. Like one time I was sitting here and I heard it dribbles all over the window, and I'm in there. I'm like, thank goodness I don't have to go outside and move my car and stuff. So there's so many blessings that I have. Moving here, but a couple of days ago there was a big, massive, big blow up in the hallway, and mm, mm, but I stayed inside my apartment. I stayed in my apartment and I sat on my bed, probably laid down on my bed. I might have did a thing or two, and then I stayed to mind my business. I said, I'm not involving myself in that. One thing I do know without a shadow of a doubt is I've worked a long time to change my life, and I don't want to hear someone say that I am a product of my environment. I don't want anyone to say that to me, and I don't want to be acting a certain way just because I fit a certain dynamic. I don't want to play in a sandbox. So I've been inside my apartment. I saw one person yesterday. I saw about four people today, only because I was waiting for my package. But I just sat downstairs in the little couch area. Beautiful building, beautiful place. You could sit down. And I just waited for my package. And I should leave the person a review, but I didn't do it. I got my package and got back upstairs, but I'm gonna make it very intentional how I move in this building, and I don't want to like I tiptoe a lot because I don't want to mess with the person's sanity underneath me, and I'm thankful that I am the type of person that would even think that way. So I tiptoe a lot. So if somebody was in here, they would probably think I tiptoe outside too, but I don't. But I did end up with two, two or three. I think it's three of the rubber mats that like you put in front of your kitchen sink. I'm putting one in the bathroom because I'm used to walking on one of those going to the toilet at night. So I need to put one in the bathroom. So one is going in front of the toilet because I can't turn the light on at night when I'm going to the bathroom. There's no way. There's just no way I can do it. So I have to put that mat in front of the toilet. Then coming in my front door, there's a long strip where there's no carpet. So I'm going to put a mat at the entrance right there. And then I don't know where the other one is going, but it's probably in here, like somewhere around the floor or in the hallway right there. But I kid you not, boys and girls, after a while, when someone comes in here, if they look down, they're gonna be like, "What is on this girl's mind?" But when you get to learn who I am, then you'll know that I'm preventing a nuisance behavior above the person who's underneath me. So I'm so thankful that I ended up with this 8 by 10 rug. Now I did have an 8 by 10 rug in my shopping cart when I went to get my samples, but I wasn't able to look at that color. Um, I do have to change the purple on my floor because that purple is not gonna. I can't do it. So I am gonna have to change the purple, but I have to try to find a time when I can get two rugs at the same time, close to some form of neutral as possible. So that's the good thing. That's the good thing. But I'm getting a headache because the smell of these glasses. mm, mm, Now I can't see myself. Has anybody purchased the lemon pepper cooked chicken from Walmart? That's what I ordered. Oh, I can't even hold the cup. My hand is dying. Mm. Oh, this chicken broth is delicious, boys and girls. Mm. Mm. I was laughing a couple of days ago. I said, "Oh my goodness, chicken broth is so good." And all these years, I never realized how good chicken broth is. But can you imagine if I was the type of person that needed a sweet flavor with my chicken broth, to be drinking it, to be paying a lot of money for a certain brand, two brands out there, like wow. I'm so thankful for it. It's amazing because I got a phone call a couple days ago about a bottle I have in my refrigerator that I have zero intentions on using. But it's amazing how you could have no money for this, and this that you really need money for, but you have money for this foolishness on TikTok. Golly. Let me tell you what I did most of the day. Anytime Spoiled Child came on my screen, I deleted, not interested. Why am I seeing this ad? I went into my Facebook. I'm like, I don't know. I know why Spoiled Child is popping up because I put in the chicken broth. So when I put in those, and my algorithm is finding itself. So after a lot of hours of working on my YouTube, my whole algorithm has changed now. And now what they're showing me is 9 times out of 10 handmade. Whether it's shampoo, it's candles, it's lotion for your face, all of this. So I'm waiting to get my printer, and I'm gonna start pulling up some recipes. But I found two sellers that are reaping the rewards of something that they're doing, and all it is information. But it is what it is. I I love it. I love it. I love it. And you know, another thing that I noticed that there's a whole lot of crying going on about AI, but there's a whole lot of people jumping at AI when they don't even realize that they are. So it's like you can't have it both ways. And then you have people that feel this way about China and this, but if you stop and look at 9 times out of 10, just about everything you purchase, where is it coming from? But when I researched and found out how much China buys from us, I'm thankful for that. So I'm not gonna play the sandbox with that, but sometimes getting deep into some stuff might get you a little bit of awareness that you want to be in. I actually want to figure out how I'm going to start a class I want to start because I can't retain anything. So I would like have to really be. I want to take a course, something with math, something with finances, something with math. But I'm not. I can't retain, so I don't know what it is. But I'm not sure if it's bookkeeping, but I believe it's something with some very good math. I was in a really good math class. I couldn't understand. I cried to get out to math class, and the man said, we tested you to get you, and you got in here. I was like, I can't get that math class. That homework, I don't want it. I don't want it. I want it. I cried. Boys and girls, get out of math class. I'm like, oh, no, 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 this is like a foreign language. But they tested me prior to me getting into math class. But I stayed in it. I didn't fail it. I didn't fail it, but I can't retain. I got damn one thing. I can't do it. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard. So one thing I have done offline is a few things that I've been very consistent about, and I guess at some point you'll figure it out what it is. But oh, this lady sent me a message, and oh, I'm not gonna mention that. Um, oh wow, what is this? Wow. Oh, dang. I understand. Um, okay, let me tell you. This is for crafters or anyone who's selling on a marketplace. There is an option to not show your stuff to your friends, and that means your online friends. If you click it, there's some benefits to it to you if you want to keep yourself separate from some of the things you're doing, especially if you're in handmade. It may benefit you because some of your friends may be in some of your crafting groups. Some of your friends may be those likers, and that's it. That's not your demographic. That's not your demographic. Um, I've been learning a lot about algorithms and stuff like that. And you need that, but you need to target yourself to people who are looking to buy, not people who are looking to like and that type of stuff. That stuff is beneficial to you if you're marketing, and that's when you do your sharing every day and you start, and that is absolutely beneficial. But if you are in a position where you are trying to zone in to people who are looking to buy, you need to list it on the marketplace if that's your platform, and you need to remove access from your friends because some people will. And I have an online friend who is fits in the category, but in such a blessed way that I was trying to find her address to send her a little kindness envelope. But then I realized when I started looking at the comments that were being left on my posts and then looking at comments being left on other people's posts, the amount of letters, it's a whole lot that people don't are not aware of. So I said, I'm just gonna drop this all together, and I don't do a lot of my stuff on Facebook anymore because Facebook it wasn't whatever I might have thought Facebook was gonna be. It wasn't. I also took about maybe a whole month to remove a lot of people from my Facebook, and I started by looking at different zip codes because it was of no benefit to me, and plus I plan on going back into Facebook little by little, but I don't want to be in Facebook if it's not going to be intentional and it's not going to be productive. So I had to remove a lot of waste and a lot of time, because one thing we have access to is time, but what we cannot replace is time. I have learned to value my time. So I don't want to play in a sandbox. I don't want to play in the sandbox. So today, when I did my marketplace, um, because I listed a few things, I removed access to my friends seeing it. So none of my friends will be able to see it, like it, say it's nice or it's cute or it's pretty, and then share it. That's not what I'm looking for. When someone actually finds it, they're going to be looking for it because they're shopping. They're shopping. And it will be a little bit easier for you when you look at the views, see how many people saw it. You'll get to understanding that they're actually looking to 9 times out of 10 shop. Another thing that I have picked up on through other people's comments and what I can see for myself as a person, looking on both sides as a shopper and then as a person who is being intentional with everything. And I've noticed that a lot of people, there are people that ask on a regular basis, what's so popular, what are you making, I'm looking for inspiration. And then you have another person posting about someone stealing their work and another person copying their idea. So in kindness, if you're one of the people that's jumping up to show what you have, then what do you expect? So it is what it is. I actually lucked up today after changing my algorithm and found someone who's working on something that I found of interest recently, and I really like her design and her everything, and she got herself right where nobody else is, and I really like it. But I think I'm going to part ways from access to her, because I don't want to see something and think it's cute and say, "Oh, I'm going to add this to mine." No, I found something that I absolutely like, and I want to stay with that because I did a lot of research and there's no one else that's really doing it. But as long as you have access to sharing, you have access to other people, doing whatever they're doing. And right now, there's a lot of people making soap and face cream and stuff like that. I want to do that as well, but most likely, for myself. And then I want to be able to go outside and possibly do a table. But what I'm looking for now is a local store that I can work with. I don't want to go anywhere where I have to ship and mail. I mailed my stuff to that other store, and I kid you not, about maybe 2 months after she had my whole setup, I saw the pictures and everything. I got no mail from her. When I would reach out, she would answer back and say there was no updates. But then after a while, I got nothing. So I continuously watched what was going on. I stopped sending. I started sharing my own posts. And then I found a way to go in and search on the site to see how many times she did an advertisement for my booth. And it was, I think it was October at the time, and it was months after. So she's about 4 hours from me. So I did have two people that were willing to drive there, pick up all my stuff. But then I said to myself, you know what? Karma doesn't miss anyone's address. So I just started, doing my prayer and everything, and working it out. And next thing you know, she had to move out the store, and it was a whole, thing. So I said, now she has to move it and figure out where it's going. I'm just gonna walk away. But my trust factor went down a massive amount. Uh, I actually sat down and did a lot of those cards, a lot of those notebooks, a lot of those pens, earrings, everything. And the setup was so nice. But I even went and got like the pen holders for this, and then I shipped it straight to the store, and I was like, you can have them. Just, please put my stuff on them. And I feel I was treated so unfairly. Now, what I almost did was made a post on Facebook and, say, don't do this. But she was asking if anyone wanted to rent spaces. They had more spaces. But you know what I said? I'm not going to play in the sandbox. It is what it is, and that's it. So I got to the point where I unfollowed the store, and that's it. So if they wanted to reach out to me, they could have still reached out to me. But if ever I personally find that someone has some type of grievance, or feel it like they're being mistreated, or if there's a wonder or a question, then I will chime in and say, yes, this happened to me. But to play in the sandbox and all, I'm not going to do that, because that's not going to benefit me, and it's surely not going to benefit them. One thing I always do whenever I walk out my front door, whenever I wake up in the morning, I always remember Shay's Creations. And I know where Shay's Creations is right now, which is I know freaking well where I'm trying to go. And I have to play, and I have to play right. And that's it. So I have to play and play right, and that's it. That's why I had to block someone recently, because she I asked her when she asked to sell the stuff how she wanted the money to go. She said 50-50. I said, well, you really can't do 50-50, because I'm the one buying the supplies and I'm the one making it. She said, well, if it's not going to be 50-50, I'm not going to do it. And then I said, okay, well, I'll let her, every decision she wanted. I was okay, and I went with it because I said the only thing I could do is see. You have to wait and see. You got to move with intention and slow yourself down and see what's going to happen. And everything has been going, but she's playing in the sandbox because she's trying to do something, and she's wondering possibly, like, why am I not counteracting her or anything? Why is everything going her way? Because she's going to sink her own damn ship. But then she messaged me and she said my government name and my business name, and she said, I don't have any ownership to this, and I'm doing this for you. And I'm like, so I was walking around in confusion for a few days. I'm like, I'm not. So I messaged her back. I said, let me explain something to you. I'm not going to play in the sandbox with you. I said, I'm not going to play in confusion. I said, you came to me. I didn't go to you. You asked me. I gave you the price. You did what you did. You brought me the money. I said, but I hope you took your half and brought you something nice, a nice treat with it. I said, but see, the difference between you and I is I do say I made this much cash, even though most people I know wouldn't. I do. So I said I don't want to play in the sandbox. Even when for me to get in here, I did it. So, and I do know that there are people that won't do it. That's their business, because karma doesn't miss anybody's address. You skate here, you curve, it's gonna come back at you. But when she did that, I said to her, I said, Robin, please do not let me find out you discussing my details with people. I said, because if I find out, please just make sure that's not happening, because it seems like there's three people at this table. And I said, when I do come back, if it's three people at the table, I want three people at the table, which means the person that I can't see right now, I want to be able to see them when I get there. And when I get there, it's supposed to be tomorrow. So I don't believe I'm going, because I need to make sure that my mind is a little lower, because I'm going with one thing in mind, and that's it. That's to stay intentional and remember that I have a hustling grind, and that's it. But I didn't like what she did, so I made it clear, You've been making money for years. You don't want to pay taxes. You don't want to do that. You want to, that's your business. I don't have nothing to do with that. I said, but me, I legit mine to the best of my ability. So I said that there are things I just want in this world, so I want it. And after I said that, I blocked. Why? Because I don't need no back and forth. The bottom line is my name shouldn't have been put in there the way it was put in there on the phone. So she's speaking to someone, but whoever it is not giving her all the full details. So there goes that. But anyway, I'm gonna stop running my big fat trap now, and have a good night. Bye.